So this is going to be a twofer. First, we're going to look at what's going on with Artemi Panarin, and then we'll look at the state of the New York Rangers and how it's affecting them. So, big story from the NHL a couple days ago. Rangers star forward and point later, Artemi Panarin, having to take a leave of absence from the team. The reason for this leave from the team is the alleged, which most people, me included, think is bullshit, that he got into a physical altercation with an 18-year-old woman 11 years ago, where he, quote, sent her to the floor with several powerful blows. A translation provided by this ESPN article I'm currently analyzing. And these altercations were started by Andrei Nazarov, ex-head coach of the Breadmen in the KHL, who didn't take it too lightly when he has some outspoken things to say about their supreme leader, Vladimir Putin. So it takes a story where potential government collusion is the headline for ESPN to post hockey, huh? Because usually they'd post what LeBron had for lunch before they covered the Stanley Cup Finals. And no hate, I love basketball and LeBron, but you know there's some truth to that. Today, as I'm recording this on the 24th, another ESPN article comes out saying the Continental Hockey League had no hearings of this incident, and teammates of Panarin's old KHL team are skeptical. Well, this tells us two things. Nazarov is either a scumbag for not mentioning an incident earlier that happened 11 years ago, or he's a scumbag for what we think is the truth and that the allegation is bullshit. Anyway, the Rangers then came out with a statement. I'll link in the description. But I'll read essentially the point of it was to back up Artemi for the unfounded allegations around him. And I'm glad that he has the support of his team and family, because I'm sure what he's going through right now must suck. There's been no real evidence that's come out about these allegations, but I'm sure it's a big story in Russia and that there's some people who actually believe it. We're not exactly if Putin had any direct involvement with these allegations, but wouldn't surprise me. He's essentially a dictator who tries to censor and cover up everything bad or ill said against him. Like, come on, dude, chill out. I get mean shit said about me on Twitter all the time, but I don't get fussy about it. Remember that 8-goal game he had in that exhibition in Sochi where everyone just let him score? He has no right to take a player's career away after that move. On a more serious note, I'm not sure exactly what Panarin said or posted about Putin, but when he came to America to play in the NHL, he was given that right. It's called freedom of speech. Now, looking at it from the hockey perspective, what does this mean for the Rangers? Well, their second best player last year, Zibanejad, has struggled, but he just had a 2-point game against the Flyers as I'm recording. But unfortunately for the Rags, they didn't get off to the hottest start, and now they're going to have to keep their record afloat without the Breadman. They're actually playing pretty good defensively this season. They're just struggling to find offense, and their power play is at a measly 14.9%. This is a team that last year exceeded expectations and looked like their rebuild was coming into fruition quicker than expected. But with the realignment, they're in arguably the toughest division in the league, and I don't think missing out on the playoffs would be the biggest disappointment considering everything that's going on with this team right now. From this incident to the Tony D'Angelo incident in the locker room, yeah. But luckily for the Rangers, they're a big market and an original six team. They got a young core who's going to keep growing, so hopefully they can sign another big free agent like a Panarin. And also, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, Panarin's name is able to be cleared. The story is able to fizzle out, and we as fans get to watch Artemi because he's such a fun player and produces at an elite level. And yeah, that's my opinion on all this craziness right now.